Hello, hello, it's June Olson with Junebug Creations, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, coming to you live from Whitefish, Montana. And it is one of those mornings, just turn on the computer, and all of a sudden it wants to update things. It keeps wanting to attach my phone and my computer together, and then wants me to switch to all the Microsoft stuff, but I don't use all the Microsoft stuff. I like my Chrome, I like my Google, what can I say? So, sorry about that. I know I'm late. I am super late, 15 minutes late. Yikes. That's not a good thing. So I will endeavor to turn on the computer well before it's time to be in here, since some days it just seems to want to do that. Either a program has to update or it updated and then I have to restart it. You know how it is, right? Everybody say computers. Ugh. That's just the way it seems to be sometimes. I don't know, my lighting is pretty interesting today. So, anyways, we're going to get started because it is Wednesday. It's time for Paper Pumpkin Playdate. And I didn't get to do it last week because Natasha was here and we left last Wednesday to go see Qatar. We had a great time in Ohio, in the Cleveland area. I don't know if you saw some of my pictures and posts about that. So that was a super fun visit. He said he got snow this morning, first snow. So we left with our first snow and he is now getting his first snow. So we'll see. While we were there though, we did get him some snow boots. We got him some pants. So he should be all set for winter. So I'm going to go ahead and switch cameras here. Here is our paper pumpkin kit. This came last week or just before last week, but since I was not here again, I was not able to do it. But we're going to dive in today. Paper Pumpkin is one of our all-inclusive kits. All of our kits are all-inclusive, so everything is in the kit that you need. All you have to do is add scissors. And of course, as many of you know, I make what's in the kit first, and then I do alternates. So we're 1 week behind, but next week I will make it up to you. We'll do a couple different alternates. So it came wrapped in this wonderful red tissue paper. One side's kind of shiny, one side is a little bit dull. And I tend to keep these, especially when they're holiday colors and stuff like that, because I might use them on my card. So this kit, when you get your first kit, you're going to get a clear acrylic block for putting your photopolymer stamps on. This set of photopolymer stamps is exclusive to Paper Pumpkin. You can't find it anywhere else. So it says, celebrate wonder and joy of this festive season. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas. And then we have some trees, some snowflakes, and some little dots of snow. That's going to be an awesome stamp set. And then we have the house. Our block, I tend to use our blocks that are ergonomic. They're just easier to handle. Plus I have a variety of sizes, as you can see, so that I can get the job done for you and not have to constantly be cleaning the stamps in between. So we're going to set those over there. And then we have our real red ink spot. In each kit is typically one, but sometimes there are 2 ink spots. The robot kit has 2 ink spots, and some of the Paper Pumpkins sometimes also come with 2 ink spots, just depending on what the project is. I'm going to go ahead and use our regular size ink pad just because it makes it easier, and I use these as giveaways. So the other cool thing that was in this kit is some glitter glue. And so we'll be using that to add some sparkle. Can you see the sparkle? I think here we go. Maybe. There's no light up here. It's all down here. So there is some sparkle to it, and you'll see as we get the projects done. So the kit is opened. I opened it yesterday in the Browse and Shop event that I invited you all to. However, I did not get anything put together. Let me just make sure everything's working right. Yeah. All right, so I didn't get anything put together for you or for them, so I'll be doing that later today around 11:30 Mountain Time, but I did take it apart and just show them all the ingredients. So we have our chipboard, which we want to keep because the photopolymer stamps, they don't have any cushion. There's, with the red rubber stamps, the cling stamps, there's a little bit of cushion there, but not on these. So it's good to keep the chipboard so that you can stamp on that. We have our no fail instructions. There's 2 different designs, 4 of each, so that gives us 8 cards as designed. I tend to turn it into more cards, and I'm sure we will again this time around. So here are our ingredients. Starts off with the ingredients for each card and then the no fail instructions on how to put it together. And I love that they even give a ruler, because if they had ribbon or anything in here, you could use the ruler to cut it. On the back, it gives what is all in the kit, gives some ideas for some alternates, as well as some coordinating colors, and then places to find more ideas. There's ideas everywhere. You never have to worry about if you wanted to do something different with the kit. There are so many ideas and so many places that you can find ideas to do so. So with this kit, we get a few glue dots, so we must not need very many, but we get a ton of the dimensionals. So that's pretty awesome, because you can never have too many dimensionals. Then we have these little pieces here, which are these little houses. More house, more houses. Then we have these wonderful sparkly pieces. We have for our sentiments. We have some trees of varying sizes. We have our card bases. So we have this card base and this card base. And then we have our wonderful envelopes. So we're going to go ahead and take out 2 of our envelopes, and what I'll do later is I'll go through, and what I like to do is I like to take the card bases and put them in here, and then put all the ingredients that go with this card in here, and that way I also know what I'm going to have left over that I can play with. And so I'll do that after this, and then I know what I can use for alternates and then what I can use all around. So let's go ahead and do this. So we have our 2 card bases. Let's get some things out of the way. I love having this larger space here for the crafting. So then we have our envelopes for each. All right, so this first card, we need a sentiment piece for both of the cards. So we'll go ahead and do that. And usually there are extra sentiment pieces. I'm going to pop that right back in there. And then we need also these. There won't be any extras of these. I can already see there's 4 and 4, so that means they will all be used for the cards. You won't have any extras of that. And then for the top card, the number 1 card, we need 1 large tree. We need a double tree. And we need a small tree. And it looks like there won't be very many extras of that either, which is really kind of surprising. Normally there are some extras, but that's okay, because we've got plenty that we can add to it if we want. And we have a great stamp set to do a lot with. So that's for this card, and then they want the one with the bunch of houses. All right, so there's that one. And then for this one, we are going to use these 2 shorter ones with the houses. And we'll put these away. And of course, there's only 1 of each for these, but we'll be doing some fun alternates. I'll be working on those today, and then next week I'll show you some really fun alternates. So let's see. We want these 2, and that's it. So these trees are strictly for this card. All right, so let's put this away. So I wanted to point out to you, if you look at these trees and everything, this paper pumpkin for November has the same trees and the same kind of house. So it's going to coordinate with this. And then these are the add-on cards, which you can see right here look very similar to this. So the add-on cards you know what? I forgot to check and see if that was available. I was checking yesterday to see for Kathy whether this was available. There's only refills available of this one. So if you really like these cards and you want to make more of these cards, then as a subscriber, you can order the refills. That means all the consumables will be in there. You won't get any more stamps or ink, but you will get all the consumables for the projects. Then we have the add-on, but I need to check and see if that's available. And then you need to subscribe if you want this one. You need to make sure you're subscribed before November 10th. That's when the subscription period ends for this. So make sure. It's going to be cozy Christmas wishes with a treat box, and I think also a card, some cards in there as well. So you'll want to make sure to have that subscribed because it's going to coordinate and we're going to do some mixing and matching. So let's go ahead and get started on card number 1, which is this one. So we'll set this aside. Set that right there. All right, here we go. Okay, so we want the Happy Holidays stamp. Lay that down there and grab that with our block. So you want to lay it on here so that it's not stretched out in any particular way, and go ahead and do that. And then we're going to stamp it on here in our real red. And if you can hear my dog barking, I apologize. I'm not sure what she's barking at, but it's been that kind of a morning. All right. There we go. Happy holidays. Set this aside. All right, so now we want to put, jeepers. Oh, a truck pulled around. So I live on the highway, and people seem to think that our driveway is a turnaround. So they come off the highway, they turn around in our drive, and then they cause Millie to go absolutely cray-cray. And yeah, so that's why she is barking up a storm. All right, so now we want to put some dimensionals in here like this. And you want to make sure you have enough so that you're not, so it's not sagging because it is so big. All right. She's really going crazy. I really trust that you can't hear her. Let me know if you can, because, yeah, that'd be good to know if I need to kennel her when I'm doing these. Let's see. All right. Somebody is knocking at my door. I cannot. It's my landlord. I apologize. I'm going to have to come right back. All right, so I apologize for that. That's a weird one. That's the first time that's happened. But I stand right here. They can see me here. How do you ignore them? I've never had that happen before, to where someone has come when I've been home alone and knocking on my door where they can actually see me and have no idea that I'm going live. Maybe I need to put a sign out on my door when I go live so that people don't come knocking on the door. My sincerest apologies. I was not even sure how to deal with that, and I couldn't tell who it was. It was actually the snowplow people. So, not that we have snow right now, but they're coming to look at the land and the layout before having snow. So that's a first. That's probably a good plan, because we have a lot of really big rocks in our front area, and sometimes they run into it. So it's good that he can see that ahead of time and know where those rocks are, right? Because that would be crazy. Do you clear your snow yourself, or do you have a snow plow or a snow blower? What do you use to clear your snow if you live in a snowy area? All right, so we're going to put this on here, and we're going to line up the bottom part like that. All right, and then we're going to put these on here. And that's a lot of stuff on there. They have a lot. So this one goes here in the middle, like that. This one goes here on the side, like that. And this one goes here in front of the house. You know, can I just be honest with y'all? I'm not thrilled with this. I am loving, and I do love the cards, like all the pieces, but most likely I will be turning all these cards into something else. This just feels like too much. I like the layers, but we're hiding a lot and we're covering a lot with all of this, and I feel like it's just a little too much to me. I don't know. What do you think? Is it too much, or do you like it like this? All right. It just seems like a lot. It seems like a lot to me. All right, so this is where we need our glue dots. And of course, if we're going to use glue dots, we definitely want to be using our take your pick tool. Man, I totally lost the words on that one. Oh, all right, this is quite the Wednesday. Quite the Wednesday. First, I'm late. That's terrible. Should not be late. And then I have to pause it or block out the screen so that I can figure out who's at my door. All right, so it looks like they've kind of got this wonky. And then they have dimensionals on the back of this. I see why they have so many dimensionals. And I got to put a third one here in the middle because it's just too long to me to be able to. Either that or I needed to move them closer. I don't like my sentiments to sag in the middle. So either put them a little closer together or use 3 across. And then this is straight. So that's good. All right, and now, where are they showing? Okay. So now we have the glitter glue, and they're doing it across. There's a gray line right here that goes down and across the houses. All right, and around the houses, around the roofs. All right, around the roofs. So along the snow. So let's see what happens, because Missy told me she had some issues with it and made a bit of a mess. So let's see. I'm going to get some scratch paper. Actually, oh, here, we'll just use this. Well, that's kind of big. I'm just going to get some scratch paper here. And let's see what happens. All right. Oh, I guess I need that for the next one. So let's see what happens. So we're going to just see how it comes out. All right, so it's coming out there. So I don't know, maybe yours was plugged. I did stick a needle down in there yesterday just to kind of make sure it wasn't plugged. All right, so now we have, there's a light blue rim on these. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit more for you. All right, so we're going to go around the edge of the roof, and then of course you're going to have to set this aside so it can dry. All right, I need my glasses, girls and boys, ladies and gentlemen, whoever is watching, I need my glasses. So let's go along here. And I'm just following this blue line essentially. Come on. And you have to kind of squeeze it consistently. Wow, and I even forgot to turn off my phone. Or put it on Do Not Disturb anyways. This is quite the Wednesday. Folks, my apologies. Let's see. So we're going to put some snow on these gables right here. And this one, I think going from top down and top down is going to be better. So I'm just following the gray lines in here. And we're going to follow this. And of course, when you run into the tree, you gotta stop. All right. And then we are going up this side, this edge. And I would just take it nice and slow. There's no need to be fast with it. Alright, so come down and around. Make sure you don't put your fingers in it until it's dry. And then you can touch it, but I wouldn't touch it before then. Alright, oh, as I say that, I put my finger in my practice dot. Did I put my card in it too? No, I didn't. Okay. Alright, so... and this one is going to go all the way around here. If my head is in the way, I do apologize. I gotta be able to see this. The glasses certainly help. So, here we go. Alright, so sideways around that tree. And off. All right. So that took a little bit of time, but you can see there. All right, and it'll take a while to dry. But I just followed the blue lines. Did I follow them perfectly? No, I did not, but it's okay, because they go around. And let me look and see, is there anything else? I think that's just, oh, no, there's a few more places. All right, in the window boxes, it looks like they also did them. Let's see. Yep, in the window boxes. So where there's little bits of snow on the window ledges. Now there's a tree hiding that one, so I'm not going to worry about that one. Here. And then over the door also. These are pretty, but wow, they are, and here are some window boxes that have some snow on them. Did I get everywhere? It looks like I got everywhere. So you just have to look really close on here. None of the trees have it, just the, whoops, wrong area. Just the trees have it, and the roofs, and the gables, and the windows. All right, so let's set this aside to dry and move this aside. Let's go ahead and get to card number 2. Whew! All right, card number 2. We have the Merry Christmas. Excuse me. It is cold outside. All right, so Merry Christmas. And then you can do this on the inside. Celebrate the wonder and joy of this festive season. That would be perfect for doing on the inside. So, excuse me. Wow. Talk about a crazy Wednesday morning. I didn't think it was going to get crazier than before I got on live, and then it got crazier after I got on live. All right, let's see. So these are the envelopes. Obviously, we won't be putting them in the envelopes. And then we'll go ahead and stamp this on the inside after we finish. But I'm going to go ahead and put it on a block now to help me remember. All right, so we'll set that aside. We'll come back in here with our card. We're going to fold it, take our bone folder to crease it so it lays nice and flat like that. And then we need to put dimensionals on the back of these and on the back of this. And what I was talking about last time, instead of doing 3 across, you can just put them a little bit closer together like that, and then there won't be any sagging. All right, so we'll do some on here. And over here. Over here. I'm going to do another one here and here. And then on this one, do one up here, one on each corner. All the sneezing is making my nose run. What a morning. Goodness. Trust the rest of the day goes a lot better. And I trust you are having a fabulous Wednesday morning. Not my kind of Wednesday morning. All right. So let's take a look here. So we're going to put these lined up. So we have this one here. And then it looks like we do this one next because it's got all that white space. So let's do this. All right. And I guess we're going to line it, whoops, all the way up to the bottom. Seems to be tall enough for that. So you're going to line up your bottom. And then, so this card I'm liking. It doesn't look quite so full and so many dimensionals. The other one just has lots of layers, and yeah, I mean, it's pretty, but I don't know, those trees seem like a lot. All right. Oh, I guess I didn't want one back there. They have one back there, but then you almost have to put 2 back there, because otherwise it's going to sink. So I'm going to put a second one, okay? So look, if you do it like this, you can see it doesn't touch. So if you want it to touch, then it's going to be like that. So the best way to do that is to put another dimensional under it, like that, and then that way it'll lay flush. Sorry, I've got to catch my runny nose. This is quite the day. Quite the day. All right, and then we're gonna do more dimensionals on top here. See, that's really thick. If you're gonna mail all these, you might not want to put that many dimensionals on it because it's going to be really thick, and then you have to pay more of the stamp charges, the shipping, postage is the word I'm looking for. So if you're mailing these, I would say only do one thing on dimensionals. Otherwise your card is getting to be pretty thick. So we're going to do this one down here. It's also at an angle. Interesting. They have that at an angle. And, oops, we don't want it upside down, right? We want that straight. All right, so there we have 1, 2, 3. We have 3 layers of dimensionals. So if you're mailing that, that's going to be a pretty thick card, and even though it's soft and not hard, you could get charged possibly some extra. So you'll just kind of have to weigh it and see. I would be inclined to lay these down more and then just use your dimensionals on here, or just one layer and then use these flat. So, all right, so now we have some more liquid glue or sparkly. It's kind of like the stickles. I can't, what do they call it? They don't really call it. I think they call it a glitter glue. All right, so we have lots of, I'm gonna go ahead and do this just in case. All right, so now, again, we're going to be rimming all the houses with the glitter glue. All right, so, and it's glitter glue because it's sticky, and if you were to use it as regular glue, you would find that it would hold stuff together. And I just pick it up in between and start at the top and work your way down so that you don't get it in different places. All right, so then we want to do the window boxes or window ledges, I guess, in this case. In this case, it's a window ledge. On one of the other houses here where there's greenery, it's a window box. Do you have a window box? I don't have that kind of window, but in Germany we had window boxes and I really loved that. I thought that was so cool. So tell me if you have window boxes. And can you get to your window boxes from inside, or do you have to go around outside to get to your window boxes? All right, so we're just gonna squeeze this along here. All right, and we're gonna do this here. And let's see. All right, and then the little window box, or the window ledge here and here. And then you can't really, well, I guess you can sort of see it. So one little dab under there because you can kind of see it. All right, so then we're going to go around this house. And it's right along the edge of this paper. So and then they go over the chimney. I'm going around the chimney because I don't want to block the chimney with this. Although I guess the chimney top would have snow on it as well. And whenever there's a lag in the glue and I get a space, then I'm putting a little bit more in there. Can you all see that? That doesn't even look very focused, does it? Let's see. Oh, no, that's definitely not focused. Well, I am zoomed in all the way, so it's not going to be super duper clear. All right, so let's see. Then on this house we have the window boxes here with the greenery like this, and then one down here, and then we have the door ledge. Let's see, we have got that one. All right, now we need to come down to this one. So this is the part that's going to take you the longest. It's not going to be quick and easy. Well, it is easy, but it's not going to be quick. And you just have to make sure you don't squeeze too hard. And I would say maybe stick a needle down in here before you get started, just to make sure that it is not blocked, so that you don't squeeze and the lid pops off or something like that, because that's no fun. All right, so then we have window ledges up here that they want us to do. And it sparkles on the instructions. You can kind of see a silver sparkle to kind of make it stand out. That's a tall house. All right. And then this last one. Around, going up, coming around, going across. And again, with the chimney, they just went right across it, but I'm choosing not to. All right. I'm going to go under it. All right, and then the window ledges here. All right, so I'm looking this over. The silver. All right, it looks like I got the sparkle everywhere it needed to go. And there's still quite a bit left, so most likely once you're done with all these cards, you're going to have a little bit left to play with otherwise. So here is the other card. All right, so these are our two cards, and give it a while to dry. I would say at least an hour to make sure that they are dry. So before we go, I'm going to stamp the inside with our sentiment very carefully. I'm just going to flip this up, not flip it all the way over. Can you see? I have it really zoomed in. So here we go. All right, there's that one. So if you're catching this on YouTube, help me out and click the subscribe button and the bell. The bell will tell you when I go live, and the subscribe button will help me out. I appreciate it. And then if you're liking, well, I don't know about this live. This one's been a little bit weird, but share them. Share them with your friends. If you like the projects, if you like what we've done, then share them with your friends, please. I would greatly appreciate that. If you're on Facebook, make sure you put a replay down below. Give me a heart or a laugh. I could totally see where you would give me a laugh, because this has been a crazy, crazy kind of Facebook Live today. So I will be doing better for sure. So if you want to see some more, or you want to see an alternate that I make with this card, or how I kind of change this up, because I don't know, honestly, this one doesn't thrill me. So I think I'm going to be changing it up during my live for the Browse and Shop event. So on my page, sorry, on my page is a link, or you can ask for the link down below and I'll make sure to get that to you. That is in about an hour. I will be going live over there and doing one of these cards, but I'm going to change it up a little bit and do it that way. And then I will be back tomorrow live in the Browse and Shop, and I am working on bringing back my Tidbit Tuesdays and Thunderstruck Thursdays, or doing a Fun Fold Friday kind of thing. We'll see. I'm really into that alliteration, so I got to figure out some names for things. So I'll be back, and I look forward to seeing you then. Thanks so much. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. I trust it's 10 times better than mine has been. See y'all later.